Righto guys, what's going on? Josh is out here today. He's going for a street drive in his Corolla. He drove all the way out here literally just to take it for a drive. Yeah. He just wants to take it for a drive. So he come out today to take it for a drive. So, we're gonna go for a quick street drive in the Rolly, bring us along for the ride, and then after that we'll get started on Pecky's big heap there. So start on that thing. Hopefully get it ready to go on the dyno this afternoon, and we'll tune it next week. We don't tune on Saturdays. Today's Saturday, we don't tune Saturdays. So.
Yeah, we had a pretty noisy week.
Yes. All right. Car so fast you fart and shit pant.
Holy shit. Okay, that's fucking crazy. That is insane. Holy fuck, okay, that's, yeah, wow. Holy fuck, man. Dude, that was not expected. That thing just lit second up like it was nothing. Fucking hell. Oh, clutch is slipping.
Clutch is slipping?
Yeah.
I thought I could feel it sort of slipping a bit, yeah.
Weakest link, I knew it straight away, clutch.
Yeah.
That's okay though, because I'll get a heavy duty now.
Yeah.
Oh wow, holy fuck, man. That was insane. Jesus. Let's see if it does a hook again. Oh man,
sounds good, eh?
Yeah, dude. I'm easy on it.
She moves along.
Yeah, fuck. I was a bit like, at first I was like, oh, like, you know, after all the troubles, I was like, fuck, I sort of hate this car, but feeling that then it's just like,
worth every penny?
So fucking worth it. Like, it's exactly like my brother's style, man. Like, it is like, it just second gear was non-existent. It was just started spinning. I was like, fuck, get out. Like,
oh, hell yeah. No, tune's all good. It's actually a bit richer than on the dyno, like under full load, but that's fine.
Yeah, bit rich is not too bad.
Yeah, we're hitting like 11.2s, so.
I might take Rex for a spin, hopefully.
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
Righto, so plenty of wheel speed, plenty of wheel spin, plenty of wheel spin, plenty of torque steer, and plenty of clutch slip. So.
Yeah, definitely alright. That'd be the next one, buy a new clutch.
Sounds good though.
Yeah, sounds healthy, yeah. No, yeah, well the AFRs are all good. It's actually a bit richer, like 11.2s. So, it's fucking awesome. Trim's good.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all good. Closed loop trimming's good. Everything's pretty much spot on. Super stoked with it. So, I think Josh is pretty stoked.
Fucking oath, man. Like, it's good when you hop out and you're actually shaking. It's like, alright, that's sick. Like, I've never really had a car, like, as soon as you hit boost, it was like, it just wanted to pull left and I was trying to hold right as well as, like, hit fourth and I'm trying to hold on and I was like, oh, I better back off a bit. Like, but other than that.
Good fun. So, 4A is the theme of the video with this thing, and then we're going to work on getting this thing pretty much ready to hit the dyno. So Jacob reckons he sort of got it running but didn't quite get it running. He reckons he might have timed it wrong or put the wrong injector plug on a wrong injector or something like that. And we've just got to mate up his new NA headers to his actual exhaust, so I think we've got to extend his exhaust a little bit just to reach the V-band for the headers. So. Alright, so we got Jacob's real painful car on the hoist. It's freaking low and really painful. That's really annoying. Thanks, Jacob. Anyway, and when you jack up the back and let the diff like just hang, it actually just hangs on the exhaust. So we've got to keep the transjack under the diff to keep it off the exhaust so the exhaust actually sort of hangs properly. But I will say this exhaust is really nice, so it's almost a shame for me to put my welds on it, but I'm gonna have to anyway. But it is 2.5 inch, well, we've got to extend it, and we don't have any 2.5 inch stainless here. So I'm gonna have to try and get some stainless tomorrow or something. So just gonna measure how much we need to add, do it, rip the exhaust off, put it to the side, and then get the Corolla off the hoist so that we can do some more stuff on the hoist today. But unfortunately, it's not going to be today. This thing's not going to get done, but that's okay. I'll try and get some exhaust tomorrow. Monday's a public holiday, so again, we don't want to be tuning on a public holiday, so hopefully we'll get this sorted on Monday and then still have it ready to tune on Tuesday. But anyway, so we need to chuck in about 10 mil just to get it sitting properly. So I'll pull that off and I'll source some 2.5 inch stainer. So I guess we'll drop this down. Still got to try and get it running. We don't need the exhaust on to get it running, so we'll drop it down after we pull the exhaust off, get the car running, and then once it's running, we can move it out of the way and maybe bring the 31 in and make another video and pick this video up later. But we'll get it running first. We'll see how we go. So you can see here how close that is. Like a finger width from the floor, it's like that close. What a pain. And they're the same, like the V-band works and everything. So can understand Pecky's frustration. That's a real pain in the ass. But anyway, like when it actually, the V-band was on it when it got here, so Pecky actually got the V-band on it, but it holds it up against the floor, which is just not right, it's a pain in the ass. So anyway, the flanges, they're actually slightly different angles as well, the V-bands, so it is going to need, like I can't even just take the exhaust off and weld 15mm into it because it's just slightly different angles. So I'm going to have to just look at it on Monday, which is a pain, but I'll rip the exhaust off and then we'll drop it down and get it running. This is like a really, really cool car though. It's going to be so nice with some good work in it. In fact, you actually start straightening it, it's going to be great. So you can see I got this exhaust off. It's actually got like really nice work. Whoever built this exhaust did a real good job. So I'm going to have to really bust out the old TIG helmet and TIG glasses and make sure I do a good job extending it to match the rest of the piece. But yeah, so anyway, exhaust is off, so I can actually let the diff down now. And now we've got to try and get it running. So the good thing is this thing has a link in it, so I can actually, with the software, I can actually test the injectors and the coil packs individually, which makes it very easy to figure out if, oh, what the hell, look at that, big chunk. Lordy. Yeah, it makes it really easy to test whether it's been hooked up correctly or not, so that makes it, you know, a little bit easier. But like I said, guys, I'm still really not looking forward to trying and get this car on the dyno. Anyway, I've got a plan, hopefully it works, because if not, I don't know what we're going to do, because it's not adjustable. It's really low, and it's not like Adam's where you can actually just raise it up. It's not adjustable, so it is just this low. But I'm thinking, because it's only going to make like, you know, aspirated 4H, should only make like maybe 95 horsepower. So I'm just thinking, I'm hoping we can just back it up and just sit the back wheel on top of the roller, so it's like a single roller dyno. Obviously, we cannot drop it down into the rollers. There's just absolutely no way that's going to work at all. So maybe we can sit the wheel on top of the roller, so it's like a single roller dyno, and then obviously with it in that position, I'll just ratchet strap the front wheels to the ramps so that it can't move forwards and back. And like, it's not going to be a big horsepower car, so it shouldn't be too sketchy, and hopefully that'll work out for us. That's my plan, and if that doesn't work, I don't know what the hell we're going to do. Anyway, we'll find out. Alright, so we've got ourselves a hardwired fuel pump, and Jacob was all like, hey man, here's the connection to the ECU out here ready for you to go. Like, sweet. But you can see in there, that is the other end of it, which is not connected to the ECU. And his ECU's like up in there. I've got to try and get to that and get the plug back in. And like, I love you, Jacob. Righto guys, so as you can see, we did get the thing running. For your reference, Pecky, what you missed, so your number one coil, your actual positive terminal to the coil pack had broken. It was not connected, so you had no number one coil, which was your first problem. Second problem is the number 4 injector plug wasn't actually plugged in. So you missed number 4 injector plug and number 1 coil. So you actually only had cylinders 2 and 3 because 1 didn't have any spark and 4 didn't have any fuel. So we got to the bottom of it. It's timed pretty close, but we've got to actually pull the dizzy out and just move it over 1 tooth, or the CAS I should say, considering it's a multi-coil setup. So yeah, that's pretty much it. After that, this thing should be running smooth. So just that quick run then, by the looks of the thing, hasn't leaked anything that it wasn't already leaking. It's got a fair few oil leaks. Again, we're not super experienced with 4As. That one of Josh's was the first one we've actually done. So this is number 2, which is pretty cool. But yeah, they're a pretty cool platform, the old 4A. I reckon they're really cool.
Get you to fucking actually do something instead of just walking around with a camera.
Oh, it's not my gig. I'm the camera guy, that's all I do.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, ready?
Yep. Do the thing.
Righto, so got the thing running perfect, got it timed properly. The timing offset was not right for obviously this dizzy. I don't know if it's the same dizzy Jacob had in the last motor or what, but with one tooth more advanced, we couldn't get it to sync, and with one tooth less advanced, we couldn't get it to sync with the offset that was in the ECU. So we just had to adjust that. So now it's locked 10 degrees, which is good, because the last thing you want to be doing is trying to do a timing mate when the you know, the ECU and the trigger's offset. So that's all minty. So this thing's ready to dyno really once this exhaust is sorted. So that's a pretty successful day today, I suppose. But for now, we'll chuck it off the hoist. We're going to get the 31 in here now, which I'm going to make a new video about, so that'll be in a different video. So sorry guys for these videos chopping and changing. It makes it a bit hard for timelines and stuff, but I still like this format better than a daily vlog sort of format, because, you know, all the videos have substance of the same, what do you call it? All the videos have the substance of the same topic, rather than just doing a daily vlog where we're just chopping and changing between cars and doing different things on different days. I'd rather just this format where we're doing everything on one day. But anyway, Pecky was pretty close. Thing's ready to go, and I'm pretty keen to see what we can get out of this thing as a NA4 age, and our first sort of NA4 age hit. So anyway, we'll pick this up on Monday probably. All right, well that's all guys. We're back here this morning. I managed to con Adam into coming out, and he's going to weld up Pecky's exhaust for me, because I told him it's because he's a better welder, but it's actually just because we're busy.
And I'm not busy.
Adam's bum. No, Adam had to come out and weld up his Crusader guards anyway, so I was like, hey, come out today and you can weld up Pecky's exhaust for me, because then it'll be, you know, much nicer than if I were to do it myself, mostly. So anyway, we're going to do that. So Adam's going to do that for us, and then he's going to do his guards and stuff, and we'll work on getting this thing on this big heaper and try and get the thing freaking making a little bit of power. So Adam brought out a little bit of 2.5 inch stainless that he had in his stash. So from there I sort of just like coaxed him. I was like, well, bring that to my house, and then bring that from my house to here, and come here and just weld it up. Because Adam's like a welder, but he's not like a welder, but, you know, like he doesn't own his own welder, but he welds every day, you know what I'm saying? So anyway.
I should probably get a welder, and then I could be a welder.
Adam bought out his Crusader guards, so he's going to weld at the bottom of those, because his JZX guards are really rusty on the bottom. So I sold him some Series 2 Crusader guards so that he can weld up new bits on the bottom. So I figured while he's coming out to do welding anyway, I may as well coax him out here to weld up this. Yep, see that? So replacing that with new stuff before they go to paint, so they're nice and good. So yeah, while he was out here welding, I was like, I'll just get him to weld this up, because I probably should give myself a bit more credit. I have done some pretty good welding, like the intake and stuff that I made for my R31 was pretty cool. I was pretty proud of that piece. But, you know, Adam welds every day, so he's a lot more confident, it's quicker, etc. Plus he had the piece that I needed, so it made sense. And you know, as much as the rest of this car is very Ebisu drift spec, this actual exhaust system is quite nice, so it'd be nice to keep it quite nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's quite nice. I reckon it's quite nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, do the loud thing. Make the noise. The other thing I should probably add is that I thought today was a public holiday. So I was like, oh, we're not going to put anything on the dyno today because we don't want to annoy the neighbours on a public holiday. But I learnt this morning when I got up at 5 o'clock that it's actually a public holiday for everybody except for Queensland. So gypped for that one. So it's not even a public holiday. But yeah, generally I don't like to run a welder and a dyno at the same time. So Adam's been asking to come out weld his guards for a little while, but I've been like, oh, we've been super busy on the dyno and I don't want to run them both at the same time because of the power draw here. So I was like, mate, it's public holiday, we're not going to be on the dyno, so you may as well come out and do your welding. So Adam's here and it's actually not a public holiday. But
Are you going to be using the dyno?
Nah, probably not. Again, we don't really need to. I'll dyno this tomorrow. It doesn't really need to be dyno today. I just get it on the rollers today, ready to go. And then while Adam's welding up his guards, me and Rex can move on to the JZ Hilux. We've got some stuff to that we need to do, so it's all right. Everything will work out fine.
10.
All right, how we going on
fucking
here?
4, isn't it?
Yeah, these two again.
Who was fucking...
Oh, as you can see,
Which country are we in, Rex?
a bit smell.
Hey?
Some big gap here, Adam. What are you going to do about that?
I was going to get some JB weld and just fucking fill her up.
You're in timber country up here, mate.
You are a
We
timber.
measure shit in whatever I say we measure it in.
What it is in sticks and stones.
How many
Millimeters.
inches? How many inches is 100 mil, Adam?
Oh, probably like
Round about 4.
About-
round about 4 inches.
About
Who said
27.
4 inches? This guy.
Actually, no. I said
4 inches is all you know, isn't it, Rex?
Yeah.
4 inches is all I need.
Gotta work with what you got, eh?
It's funny how the internet's like, oh, you're always bullying Adam. You're so mean to Adam. And then they're like, why doesn't Rex post a bigger shirt?
Yeah. Get up me for bullying Adam, then fat shame me. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, well, that's what you get for being a bully, Rex. You're the fat bully.
That's
of
what I
the
get
shop.
being fat.
Maybe that's why you bully me, is because you're fat.
Yes. Okay, it's because I hate myself. That's why I bully you, Adam.
Hey, Adam's been fat shamed on the channel too.
Yeah, look at that fucking head.
It's pretty fucking
That head deserves to be
It probably
fat
doesn't
shamed.
count that it's from Guido.
Oh, yeah.
Is Adam fatter in person?
Yes, he is.
Believe it or not, yes.
Quite fatter.
Anyway.
The camera's quite slimming.
Yeah, I like being on camera because it makes me look fit.
You've misspelt that, but alright.
Yeah.
Wrong Val.
Why would you do it up and lock it when you haven't even measured the piece you need?
I am.
You
I'll
anus.
show you, this is a fast way. You don't measure it, you just tighten it up enough so then it holds position.
Did you hear that, folks? You don't measure it. Don't measure stuff.
Not unless you want to be disappointed.
Okay, how has this happened? Why are we on this now?
Did the same thing. You started this conversation.
I did not.
See what I deal with, guys? This is why I could never employ Adam.
You started this!
This is why I could
Because
never
again-
employ Adam. I could never have you here every day working. My sides hurt too much.
You can never have us here any day working. Adam just fucks around. He's never done any work.
Ironically, you haven't done any work this morning,
Standing there
Rex.
with your sleeves rolled up, looking strong, doing nothing. Yeah, look up.
Oink!
God damn, that's intimidating.
I reckon if these guys were here working every day, they'd just start making out.
I think Rex would probably like that. Look at that smile. Oh, he's ready.
Oh, that's gay. No offense, Adam.
You want to fuck?
You want some fuck?
Oops.
We are looking pretty damn good. And look at that. You got like a finger width off the floor, which is pretty much perfect. So, getting pretty close. Adam's just got to get that gap how he wants it.
Yeah, I might give it a little. Give that a bit of a sand and fucking
Yell. Bit of
bit of a. Not the whole. The difference. You know what I mean?
no way.
I was talking to Jacob last night as well, and he pretty much said that he really wants for this exhaust just to be obnoxiously loud. He's hoping that it's just obnoxiously loud. So
We can just leave it.
It already was obnoxiously loud.
That's what I said to him. I was like, I've been driving around with just the headers on. Can confirm obnoxious noise. But obviously that doesn't work with sniffers and stuff, and especially if he wants a street. He needs to have some sort of exhaust.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, he
I
does.
drove down my street with only a dump pipe.
Yeah, and you got fined.
How'd that go for you?
I got fined afterwards. I had the full exhaust. So I think that's the problem. You need to take the exhaust back off it.
Yeah, right. It would have.
Nah, I'm pretty excited to hear this thing. I think it's gonna sound cool, especially on the, like when it's on the dyno actually doing RPM. I think it's gonna be a cool sounding car. And I never really had a good listen to it, like an aspirated 4H. So I'm hoping it makes good power and it makes good noise. But being that this is our first aspirated 4H, it's pretty hard for me to comment. Excited for it though.